Hello everyone, I am back once again, and today I'm going to be showcasing another game that I actually remember playing during my childhood, which is not Kid Icarus, by the way, because Kid Icarus is a game that I actually never played in my childhood because I actually didn't even know what that game was about anyway. The first game that I remember showcasing that was from my childhood was Sonic Riders, but this time I'm actually going to showcase a game that I remember from my childhood coming from the Contra franchise here. And that game is actually none other than the first Contra game that I actually, the first Contra game, which is in this collection. It's because what happens is that they announced this game a few years ago, and I didn't even know about it actually. Like I didn't even know they had a Contra Anniversary collection on the Switch, so I was just like, you know what, this sounds just like the opportunity for me to want to actually, play all this stuff and whatnot, like play all the games such as Contra 1, Super C, which is Contra 2 effectively, and Contra 3. There's other Contra games in here, but those are the only three I'm particularly interested in since I actually only played the NES consoles. I only played the games that were exclusively released on the NES consoles. Like, I didn't really get into the ones that were released for the PlayStation because I didn't have a PlayStation, and a lot of the games on the PlayStation were not really that interesting to me, honestly. I was always about, like, cartoony looking games, honestly. And Contras 1 to 4 were actually pretty much like that, honestly. Yeah, by the way, if you guys don't know, Contra is actually a whole ass franchise if this anniversary collection wasn't anything to go by. And I currently have the four main games actually in my possession. Have played all of them too, honestly, and I'm actually planning on showcasing literally all of them, all four of them. Not all the games though, but all four of the main ones that I usually play a lot. And right now we're gonna start with the first Contra game, and we're gonna play it here on the Switch because I actually don't have it. Also, the way I was introduced to Contra is actually kind of interesting because Contra 1 was a game released in 1988 for the NES. Although it does have an arcade counterpart that was released in a year earlier in 1987. And as for me, this game was actually introduced to me sometime in 2001 or 2002, one of those 2 years, honestly. I don't remember. I was like 7 years old too, honestly, so I couldn't know anything. But I know it was around that time that somebody introduced me to the game. I played it, and it was loads of fun. I even asked the guy if I could actually borrow the game. But however, here's where the real thing comes in. I actually never played Contra 1 on the by the way, yeah, that's the intro to the anniversary collection and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, the way I played this game, I didn't play the original Contra game on the original NES console, but rather through this weird contraption that actually looks like either a Game Boy Color or a N64 controller. It's not a real N64 controller nor a real Game Boy console, but it just looks like it's just like a replica of it. But instead, what it has, instead of having like those compatible cables that connect to it, it actually has like composite cables, and the only thing you need to do really is just hook them up to a TV, and bingo, you're already playing games and whatnot. Like all of the NES titles, presumably, because I don't even know if all of them were there, but it had games like Super Mario, Mario Brothers, Contra, Duck Hunt. There was also Popeye, interestingly enough, so that was actually kind of interesting. And yeah, there was like a lot of games. I don't know if Kid Icarus was one of those games, but the fact that it had a lot of NES games was already like, I was kind of sold on playing it, honestly. But one of the games that I actually enjoyed playing a lot from this bunch of games that I got was Contra. And yeah, this is the arcade version, by the way, that was released in 1987, as you can see. This is Super Contra, the sequel to the arcade version of Contra, released the year that the original Contra was released for the NES. And this is the Japanese version of Contra, which is also on the Famicom, I believe. And finally, this is Super C, released a couple years after the first Contra. Contra 3, The Alien Wars, Operation Z. These are all games that followed, but I'm not going to get into them, honestly, just because, I don't really feel like it, honestly. I feel like it's already too much having to keep up with a lot of games, honestly. I'm just going to stick to the ones that were released on the NES consoles. Yeah, because, by the way, Hardcore was never released on the NES. It was actually, or the SNES. It was released on the Sega Genesis, but you know, I'm not gonna waste my time on it. Maybe when I have like time, I'll probably get into it. But for now, nah. Just Contra, Super C, and Contra 3, and Contra 4, which is not on this collection, by the way, for some reason. I don't know why. It would have been a decent opportunity to showcase it here, honestly. But it is what it is. Anyways, Contra 4, or Contra 4, Contra 1 is what we're gonna get ourselves into right now. But yeah. So this game actually does have lore. By the way, that intro is very sick. It's very sick. But yeah, no, this game actually does have some lore, but I don't really know it too well, honestly. Especially considering there's way too many Contra games. Like, there's even more than the ones that I just showed right now in the Anniversary Collection, because it's not all of them. A lot of the PlayStation ones are not in this Anniversary Collection, so that's kind of a shame. But even if they were, I probably would not even bother playing them at this point, just because, again, you know, time and whatnot. But yeah, no, this game does have lore, kind of like Kid Acres does, but like I just don't know it very well. If anything, like the only thing I admire from the Contra games is its gameplay, which is actually, you know, pretty lit, as you can see right here. It's just run and shoot basically a lot of the time, which is actually one of my favorite types of games. Actually, I remember playing a lot of shooting games back in the day, such as GoldenEye 007, Everything or Nothing on the Game Boy Advance. Kid Acres is technically a freaking shooter game. And then there's the Contra series, which is all about shooting. So I do kind of like shooting games a lot. There's also Serious Sam that I played on the Game Boy Advance as well. I always liked playing a lot of shooter games, it seems. So it's no wonder this game is actually one of my favorites. But anyways, with all that history aside, let's get into it now. We're going to actually play it. And this is going to be a casual playthrough. Like, if I die, I die, obviously. Like, I'm not going to go on a no-death run or a speed running or anything like that. I'm not even a speed runner, honestly, just because I don't really got what it takes to analyze all the frame data for this game so that I can perfect my my traversing of this level, or any level in this game for that matter. Now, one thing that's also worth noting is that this game is actually relatively short once you get the hang of it, and I certainly seem to be washed right now because I actually got killed immediately, so that is kind of unfortunate, but it be what it be. Now I'm gonna miss the S, I think, somewhere around here. I wanted to shoot that before he got away, but now I don't get it now. Okay, I don't wanna use the F. I do want to shoot all these things though. I don't know if I want to get the F though. I'll get it, just so you guys can see what it does. It's, in my opinion, the worst weapon of them all here, honestly, because it's just so slow, and you can only shoot a limited amount of these. Look at that. I can't shoot absolutely anything until those fireballs are completely out of the screen. I don't know why they did it that way, and holy shit, I almost killed myself. I pressed the wrong button. By the way, I'm actually playing this on the GameCube controller, which is actually kind of cool. I actually like that I'm playing this on the GameCube controller. Because, like, you know, I've been playing with the GameCube controller for a long time now. Here's the weapon that I actually like, and this is the one that everybody and their mother will use because it's actually the best one in the game. It's the spread. Now, I just gotta make sure I don't lose it, because if I lose it, then that's gonna make this whole game pretty hard. So, this game is actually said to be one of the hardest games out there. But I personally I've already gotten used to it, honestly. This is a game that I kind of know like the back of my hand. In fact, I actually already have like made like a no death run on this shit, which I will showcase on this channel pretty soon, I'd say. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase a casual run first because I actually wanted you guys to get my I wanted you guys to have my perspective on it. Like, I wanted to give my opinions on the game as well. I know there's a lot of like reviewers for this game already that exist, but I just wanted to play through the game, show it to you guys, and also like talk about it while I play through it. Because a lot of the gameplay footage that you see on YouTube doesn't really have people talking about the game. They just speed run through it, and they don't even talk while speed running through it, unless they streamed it on their Twitch channel. That's where they do talk. But if they don't, then they just, you know, they showcase the gameplay but don't actually talk. And I kind of do that myself sometimes, just because sometimes playing the game is a little too hard, especially when you have a specific goal in mind, such as going on a no-death run. To which, yeah, you do have to focus in order to actually do things right. Yeah, here, this is the second level, bass. Has some of the sickest music in the game. By the way, I actually am a huge fan of the Contra music. This is like music that I kind of wish was in Super Smash Brothers, but unfortunately Konami's like main property, I think, is Solid Snake, and you know, Solid Snake, it doesn't have Contra music, unfortunately. Metal Gear Solid music is pretty lit too, honestly, but I'm not really familiar with its franchise, so like it doesn't really like, it's not like, it doesn't move me in any way, shape, or form, although I do admire the music. But Contra is a franchise that I am familiar with, and it's a real shame that it doesn't have any music representing it in Smash Bros, because I think it really deserves it. It's very, very good. And holy shit, I'm getting shot by everything, and I just got killed. That's unfortunate. I might game over here a lot because, yeah, this game is pretty hard, so, but that's fine, honestly. This game, like I said before, if you get the hang of it, it's pretty short, honestly. This game only has like 8 levels, and it's not like in Mario Bros. Or, it's not like in Super Mario or Kid Icarus where like it's split into subworlds and whatnot like that. It's just 8 levels and you're finished, honestly. I think that's kind of the point of this game. It's like you just go in there and start shooting things, destroy everything, and you're finished. I think that's one of the reasons why people love this game, and myself included, honestly. I just love this game too, honestly. Music's lit. I like to see these bullets that these enemies shoot as BBs, basically, as well as the bullets that I shoot as well. Like, I like to see them as BBs. It's like playing with BB guns here, actually, because rather than this being like actual fire, like bullets or anything like that, it's just fire. It's like little pellets that look like BBs, which is kind of funny. Because I used to play it with a lot of BB guns back in my days when I was a youngster. I still collect some of the guns today, honestly, but I don't really use them very often just because, I don't know. Nowadays I get kind of nervous of even using airsoft guns outside of my house because of the fact that, you know, lately there's been a lot of gun incidents, and God forbid that police mistake me for a real gun user, so yeah. But anyways, yeah, this game is still pretty loads of fun. You can already tell why I like it, honestly. It has like a lot of things that, you know, remind me of my childhood for sure, honestly. Such as messing around with BB guns and whatnot. And you already know that I'm a sucker for music, and you already know that I love the music in you know, I like music wherever it's pretty good and whatnot. Now this level right here is the waterfall level, and this one's also pretty hard too, honestly. Just because you know, there's like a lot of enemies that come everywhere. If you get this laser, you'll have a sort of rougher time, honestly, because it doesn't like shoot, like you can't shoot it consistently. Like, look at this. If I mash, that laser doesn't go absolutely anywhere. You have to let it flow out of screen before you can shoot it again. Otherwise, it'll just keep coming back to you or something like that, which is pretty annoying, actually. And I just got fucking shot. This is what makes this game a little hard too, honestly. It's just that the enemies come out of nowhere, honestly, a lot of the time. Got a rapid, which is pointless because I don't got any power-ups. The R, by the way, is actually, it's supposed to stand for rapid, which, is supposed to be good when you actually have an upgraded weapon, honestly, already. Like when you have it's like an upgrade to the weapons that you get right now, because it makes the bullets that you shoot much faster, like that. So if you get like something like the S with the combined with the R, you'll actually be shooting bullets a lot faster and all over the place too, honestly, which is pretty lit, honestly. I think people don't know this yet, honestly. Maybe the speedrunners do, but a lot of like casual players don't seem to know that because they only collect the spread and they always dodge the R's. I've seen in a lot of gameplay footage of this game that a lot of people just dodge the R for some reason after they get the spread. I guess they're afraid that it like takes away their spread, but it doesn't. It actually upgrades it, if anything, which is why it's always in your interest to, you know, get it. Because spread is good on its own, but it's just like the bullets come out pretty slow. And you do want like fast ammunition to like fire all over the place, because otherwise you'll be, you know, like you'll be hammered by all the enemies that show up here. Here I'm gonna go up. Hopefully I don't get killed by anything. Hopefully I don't fall off here, because if you fall off, that's the whole game. Gotta watch out for these things. They come out of nowhere sometimes, these things. Look at that. Even like right at the very end they show up here. This is the final boss. It's something that looks very similar to the boss from the last level, which you're gonna see in a bit, honestly. I gotta mash for my life, otherwise these things kill me. I game overed for the first time here, because I can't really coordinate very well. But it is what it is, honestly. But yeah, we're gonna continue until we finish the game. Hopefully we don't game over and be forced to start all the way from the beginning, otherwise I'll have to cut this whole portion until we get to where we game over for good. But yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh shit, I actually was able to reach that. I sometimes also like get confused as to how far I can actually jump. Like I feel like I cannot, you see, like I can't pass there. But there are some ledges that are just like going just above, I think. And that causes it to, you know, oh fuck, I forgot the laser. Oh well, fuck. You see, like the fire is just the absolute worst. It's so slow, and it doesn't even shoot a lot until it's off screen. Give me the damn... I can't even shoot anything, honestly. That right there is the B. It stands for barrier, and it protects you from a lot of shit, actually. So it's in my interest to get it before these enemies start killing me like nothing. Gonna go up so that I can... Oh, shit. Oh, okay, I'm too late. I wanted to make it up there, but it wasn't possible. And I don't know why I'm trying to dodge these things when I have the barrier, clearly. This game is very good at schmixing you a lot of the time. It makes you think that you're gonna run into something, and then you just end up not. It's very, very crazy, honestly. Yeah, you gotta shoot these things like crazy, otherwise there's a reason people say this game is pretty hard. It's just because if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna find yourself dying a lot. Hell, I've played this game for years, and I'm still kind of struggling to keep myself together, honestly. Thankfully, I didn't lose any lives this time, because that was kind of my problem when I first started playing here, was that I was just losing a lot of lives. I avoided the game over for a while, but, you know, like, you can only go so far for so long. I hate these fucking things. Okay, we at least got rid of one of these things. Oh, fuck, I was trying to dodge that shit, but I couldn't. Yeah, there we go. At least we got rid of it. This is something that that the game kind of forces you to do a lot too, honestly. It forces you to mash, especially when you got no power up. Because you need to shoot those things rapidly so you can, like, dish out a lot of damage much quicker. But mashing is not my forte. That's why I always rely on the spread, honestly. Or the machine gun, because machine gun, you don't even have to mash anything. And the spread, you don't need to mash a lot to get a lot of bullets flying. Here, this is the second version of bass. Uses the same music as the first bass. I kind of would have liked it if it actually used different music, but the music is fine anyway, honestly. I still like it, honestly. It's a classic. Again, this is the type of music I really wish appeared in Super Smash Bros. I think it would have fit perfectly. Also, I switched to baby mode for some reason. I don't know why. But I don't need baby mode for this, honestly. If you're wondering what baby mode is, it's this. It's where the game just automatically shoots like all the bullets very fast, like at mash speeds. But I don't need that, honestly. I'm a man. I can actually do this without the baby mode. Although this fire thing is not good, actually. Oh shit! I was about to let my. There's times where I'm like so focused on a particular target that I sometimes forget that I have to worry about other things too, honestly. Oh shit. Okay, at least we got rid of that. The fireball here is very terrible. It's very terrible. I needed to get that thing, because that thing would have given me a laser. Laser would have been much better here, actually. Yeah, because this thing is just freaking slow. It takes way too much time to get through. If you can avoid this weapon at all costs, do so, because otherwise, yeah, look at that. I even missed out on another freaking power-up here. Because this thing is just so slow. I think even with the rapid, it actually doesn't do anything, honestly. Like, it won't shoot fast enough, I feel. Fuck. Look at that. I can't get any power-ups because of it. Okay, whatever. Hopefully this doesn't cost me, because doing this with the fireball is just not it, honestly. I can't even shoot the thing from... Given that it rotates upwards like that, vertically, I'm surprised it doesn't hit whatsoever here. I still can't hit power-ups here. What the fuck, man? Hands down, the worst weapon ever. I know I've said that already a lot, like a broken record, but still. It's because it's the truth, honestly. It is powerful, more powerful than the pea shooter, but like, god damn, it's just terrible, like... It just doesn't... It's not fast enough. I'm glad I lost it, honestly. This weapon was just pissing me off, honestly. look at that. I was able to at least get this. Okay, but I need to not die now. Because doing this all over again would be kind of annoying, actually. Oh shit, I almost got hit by the BB. By the big ball. Okay, we got rid of the gun. Getting rid of that triple B shooter is actually nice, because otherwise you just get bombarded by bullets, by these things particularly. Got another life, which is nice. Gotta watch out for these things, because these things fuck your shit up, honestly. You want to make sure those things are gone before you start shooting all these other things, because then this thing will barrage you for it, and you're gonna have a hard time, honestly. These things are also pretty annoying, by the way. These little bubble thingies. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, they're also hard to take out for some reason. That's another thing that pisses me off with these things. They like dodge you in a very specific angle. Yeah, like they don't go directly above you. They kind of circle around you in an angle that's very uncomfortable, that you kind of miss them a lot of the time, which is pretty annoying. When I was a kid, I used to think these things were like burglar masks or something, just because of the white gap that it has in both sides. It looks like the eyes and shit. So I always thought they were like burglar masks for some reason. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, thankfully we got through that level. So if we game over again, we can just start over here, honestly. And here I believe I can get another good item, honestly, like a good weapon here. You guys got a load of what the machine gun does, so yeah, that's kind of cool. This level is pretty hard because a lot of enemies come out of nowhere, out of every angle. So you want to be careful. These things always like shoot immediately as soon as they appear on screen, so that's also another thing that's worth noting. There's the rapid again. Look. Boom, you see? I didn't lose the weapon. It actually makes your fire shoot much faster, which I think is what a lot of people who play this game should know, honestly. I think speedrunners already know it, but I feel like the casual players that play this game usually like to skip on this, honestly, because they think it's gonna compromise their weapons, but it's not. Okay, here. Oh shit, yeah, warning, flashes do happen in NES games a lot, so yeah. If you're epileptic, I suggest you not watch this, honestly. Or if you know anybody that's epileptic, make sure they don't watch this. Oh shit, and I was... Shit. I didn't know what to do there, but I just like YOLO'd it. Okay, here we go. This is a tank, and obviously these things are pretty annoying because they take forever to kill. Thank goodness I didn't get shot right there. If I got shot right there and lost the spread, this would have been 50 times harder to beat. Okay, and sorry if you hear like that crashing noise. This is my chair. My chair always does that. It's better than my old one though, because my old one used to make a lot of farting noises, and I hated that, honestly. It always made me think that I actually farted, but really I don't, because I don't like farting on screen, obviously. But the sounds that it makes always makes it seem that way, which is pretty annoying, honestly. But it is what it is. I'd rather hear crashing sounds than farting noises, honestly. But anyways. Got rid of that. Got a life, thankfully, so now I have less chance of game overing. Spread in this game was set to be the most broken power-up in the game, and I can see why, because you can mash it like crazy. This game, or not this game particularly, but shit, I lost the freaking power-up. I'm gonna have a hard time. Unless I can get the... Okay, I got the L at least. The L's still pretty good, actually. But these stupid things need to stop showing up out of nowhere like that. Because if I lose this, this is gonna be making things a lot more complicated. Yeah, no, the Contra games that follow after this one, they start to like nerf the S on insane levels, actually, which is kind of insane. Okay, I was trying to like shoot that thing, but I couldn't for some reason. I tried mashing to see if it would like kind of dish out more damage, but it kind of didn't work that way. I thought it would, but alas. Anyway, I don't know if that's my last game over, by the way, or was it 3 that I get? I don't remember, but I gotta try not to die here. Okay. I also gotta not get all like, I gotta not get like speedrun happy either, honestly, because that's actually what gets me too. It makes me die earlier too. Like, yeah, be cautious, because if you go crazy, yeah, look at that. You get bombarded with any surprise, honestly. Look at that. They come out of everywhere, honestly. They really want to challenge your gameplay techniques. You have to make sure you shoot them, because otherwise those things will just... If you try jumping right here, you'll be fucked. Don't get this because that's the fireball thingy, and that shit sucks. That's proven already. Watch out with the flash goes that go here. Watch out with that firepower right here. Watch out when these fuckers jump too, because even touching them will kill you, honestly. These fuckers don't want to let me progress now because they're idiots. Gotta get out of there quickly because otherwise the thing will make it hard for you to get out around. Shoot every enemy because you don't want them to randomly shoot you. Turn carefully here because if you go a little too forward, you're going to get hit by that fireball thingy. By the BBs, as I like to call them. Okay, I need to make sure I don't lose my freaking shit this time. I also gotta remember my controllers, cause yeah, otherwise I'll mess up somewhere and I'll pay for it with my life or something. Oh shit! See what I told you? I forgot my controller right there. Okay, I got my lives back now, but now I gotta watch out. I gotta be careful this time. Spread is very good in this game, but I also need to be smart with how I use it, honestly, because if I don't, then also not get speedrun happy because I'll run into these explosions and that'll be pretty bad. And this stupid fucker didn't want to let me, like, progress well enough. Just shoot ahead as much as you can, because these fuckers come out of everywhere, honestly. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, now I think we have a decent chance of getting past this level. As long as we don't die. Trying to schmix me this time, huh? There we go. Jeez, gotta watch out with those things, honestly. But yeah. This is the energy zone. Doesn't look like an energy zone. Looks more like a plumbing zone. But it is what it is. It also looks like it's a plumbing zone in outer space. Because of the backgrounds. But that's NES games for you. They always have those black backgrounds with the dots in the background. To indicate a specific scenery. Don't jump down there. There's too many enemies down there. This level can also be pretty hard, honestly, because there's too many enemies coming out from all angles. Look at that. Look at all these. Look at all these fuckers. And they shoot, so that's another thing worth noting. Is that they shoot. Gotta watch out with that laser. Otherwise, they give you a hard time. You lose your power up here. It can be a little annoying, especially when you get to the end. Okay, I almost jumped into that one, but thankfully we didn't go too crazy. Oh shit. I pussied out right there. Okay. Okay. Just for good measure, I'm gonna get this, because I need this, honestly. There we go. Now I can just run through this whole level. Yeah, right here. You just destroy everything. This is basically the Starman from Super Mario, interestingly enough. You just run into things and you just destroy them, honestly. Which I think is kind of cool, but I gotta watch out here because it ends right there specifically. Okay. Now we're about to face Goliath right here. I don't know the names of these enemies. These enemies do have names, but I don't know what they're called. They're pretty complicated names too, honestly. Okay, thank goodness we destroyed that before he started shooting all those discs at me, because he shoots those discs consecutively and, you know, I can get schmixed and then lose my power-up. I think that's what makes this game pretty hard, is that if you lose your power-up, or if you lose a life, you lose your power-up immediately, and you have to get another one. And getting through the level with just your pea shooter is pretty difficult sometimes, especially for the bosses. Don't get this, because this is like a fireball or something, as you can see, and you don't want that. Okay, yeah. I don't want to get ran over by this thing, so we're not going to bother with that. Yeah, oh shit. I gotta watch out with these things. Oh shit, I don't wanna risk it. What's the order? Okay, there we go. Okay, this you can get, because this is just a rapid. And I don't think I have this thing boosted with the rapid yet. But now I do. So now everything should be a lot smoother, I'd say. As long as I don't lose the power-up, obviously. Shoot these things before these fuckers get in your way. Yeah. Destroying those walls feel very satisfying, I'll be honest with you. But that's what comes with these shooter games. You always get satisfaction of killing all your enemies. As I do here. This level, it uses the jungle music as well, because I guess they lack variety or something. Okay, that's a machine gun right there, and here that's an S, but I don't need it right now because if I get the S after I got the rapid, I'll just lose the rapid, honestly, and I don't want to lose the rapid. Rapid makes these shots come out faster, and therefore I can shoot way more of them. Gotta watch out for these groups again, and right there I lost the damn gun because they popped out of nowhere like that. Okay, hopefully they don't appear right here, because they sometimes can appear right here. Oh shit, I didn't space well. Shit. Look how these things come out of nowhere like that. How was I supposed to dodge that shit? And they keep coming out in groups too, honestly, which is a lot annoying. I'm gonna try to mash my way out of this one. Shit, I was too late. This is why having the pea shooter is never good, because it actually compromises you a lot more, I'd say. Whew, damn. This gets me sweaty too, honestly, because of how I'm trying to just get through everything. I think that's my last continue as well, so I need to make sure I play this carefully this time. Because once you game over, you lose, like, you have to start from the very beginning, which I don't think is in anyone's interests. I'll give it this. The fire is good for right here, because you don't want to jump into those guys' bullets, honestly. I got rapid, but on fireball, that doesn't really matter, honestly. It doesn't even shoot as fast as you would like it, honestly. As soon as you can get rid of this shit, get rid of it. I hate how these things come out of nowhere like that. Honestly, they just come out and just start shooting you and shit. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's do this again. How dare you get in my way right there. Took forever for that thing to catch up. Okay, I'm gonna get this just in case I miss on the spread here. Oh shit. Okay. I thought I made it, but I at least got the spread up here. If it went down there, I would have had a hard time getting. Because these things, they can bait you like that. Notice how they moved based on how you approach it. That shit can smix you a lot, and you know you'll get hit most likely. Oh my god, here comes this part again. Oh, but now they're coming from all angles now. Now I'm just forced to do what I don't want to do. Okay. Try to space this carefully because I don't want to fucking get killed here. Okay, there we go. Thankfully, nothing appeared there. If it did, that would have been the whole game. These things are shooting much aggressively this time. Makes sense. I'm approaching the final moment. There we go. Phew. Jeez, I'm telling you, when it comes to the final boss, you gotta mash your way out of that. Otherwise, it's the whole game. Okay. Yeah, I believe this is the barrier. Okay, now here we just gotta shoot this thing right here. Shoot as many of these as possible. You just want to destroy this thing, make sure that it doesn't get in your way. Make sure you remember how to jump, because if the gaps here are pretty big, honestly, that if you don't precisely time your jump, you can actually fall off and have a hard time. Destroy these as well. Another spread. This is your last chance to get a spread, so yeah, you better make sure you use it wisely. This is the last level. This is effectively the aliens layer. It's actually not that bad, honestly, all things considered, but if you lose your power up, that's kind of where it becomes a little hard. It takes forever to KO the enemies, and then you're pretty much like dunzo. Well, especially for the final boss. The final boss, actually, it takes a lot of shots to destroy. So you do need the spread here, actually. Maybe traversing all of this is not that bad, but everything else can be kind of scary, actually. Yeah, I want to destroy that first because this thing right here, yeah. Fuck. I lost the bullet. Okay. At least I got it. No game overs either, honestly. Like, well, I did game over, but like, I didn't have to start from the very beginning, because what happens is that if you lose all your continues, you pretty much have to continue from, or you have to start over from the beginning, like from the very first level. But as you can see, this only lasted me half an hour, honestly. So imagine if you don't ever have to continue, you can actually finish like as less as 20 minutes probably. If you're like going in a speedrunning manner, it could even be less, honestly. But for me, I think the lowest I've gone was like, I think 17 minutes, I think. I don't remember, something like that though. I mean, if you don't include the credits, that is, it would be somewhere around like 17 minutes, I'd say. But yeah, there you have it, fellas. That was Contra 1. I personally still enjoy this game, even though it's a pretty short game, honestly. You just simply beat this and then you're finished. That's why when I was a kid, when I first played this game and I finished it, I was like, aw, I want it more. And thankfully there is more, because after Contra 1, you actually also have Super C, which is Contra 2 effectively. It's the sequel to Contra 1. And then you also have Contra 3. So, and so on and so forth. There's like a lot of Contra games, so this is not the end, which actually made me very happy upon realization. And I'll get to how I actually found out that this game had more than just one game in probably one of the next two runs that I make for Contra, honestly. Hopefully I don't have a rough time like I did here, honestly, because here I was losing a lot. But yeah, anyways, with all that said, thank you all for watching this run of Contra 1. Hope to see you guys whenever I can. But for now, just take it easy and have yourselves a good one. And we're not going to do this run because obviously, I mean, we already did it, so yeah. Take it easy and have yourselves a good one.